The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? We are back. We're back with another one. It is Cousin Ed's Corner, and it's Motivational Monday. We made it. We made it through the weekend. It's the start of another week, and hopefully everybody had a safe, productive, quiet, enjoyable weekend with your friends, family, and loved ones. Hopefully you had a chance to just chill out, and hopefully today has started off your week well. So want to always start there. Thank you for just joining us here at Cousin Ed's Corner, joining us in this movement, joining us in this community for just a piece of sanity, right? A piece of life, a piece of joy, a piece of happiness, all those great things. So hopefully you are enjoying yourself here. Be sure to like the show, follow the show, subscribe to the show. Any one of those buttons is on your screen right now. Be sure to do that. Be sure to also share the show with your friends, family, and loved ones. So share the show with your friends, family, and loved ones. Also, you can send a message to us via any social media platform under Cousin Ed's Corner, or you can text us 762-333-2032. That's 762-333-2032. All right. With all that out the way, I had a great weekend. I had an enlightening weekend, right? I had a weekend that was an awakening weekend. I say all of these things. I actually worked part of the weekend and took a break for a minute. And in the break, I said, let me hang a picture I had. I had a picture I wanted to hang up. And as I was hanging this picture, I was on the phone and I went behind. I'm giving you a picture of the room, right? I went behind the door to hang the picture. The picture's been sitting down for a while. Wanted to behind the door. When I closed the studio door, I can see this wall and it was empty. I wanted to hang this picture up. And as I hung the picture up, I looked in a box that's been in the studio in my office for 10, 20 years. It's been sitting here, this box. I didn't know what was in the box. I didn't remember what was in the box, but something told me to look in this box. And on this day, I looked in the box and it had a bunch of my old yearbooks from middle school, high school, and college. So I went down a path of a couple hours looking at these past books, these past life, this past Cousin Ed, and discovering more about myself. And I want to title this show, I don't even know, but God has a vision for you. God already has a plan for you. I've been saying it for so long, right? God set some things up. No matter what you may think, He already aligned some things in your life. And what I found in this journey, in this book, in my yearbooks, I've been saying this story for years. I've been saying this one story for years about a teacher who inspired me. And I said it wrong. And I went through my yearbook and had a chance to read it. I want to share this with you. First, I'm going to share the way I said it, the way I thought it. And then I'm going to read to you what he actually said. And then I'll come back to the topic. So as I told people, I've told many people for many years, I had a teacher and he told me, don't let basketball use you. You use it. And I've told all my players through all the years that I've coached, I've told them this, told my kids this, I've told friends, I told everybody on the show this, right? So far as sports or whatever, you make sure you get the most out of it, right? If it's an opportunity in front of you, you don't let the opportunity use you. You use the opportunity and get what you can out of the opportunity. And I was paraphrasing. I thought it was something similar to that. I was paraphrasing. So I want to read to you exactly what he said, and I want to give him credit at the end for saying it, and I'll tie it all together with who I am today, right? Good luck in high school. When you play high school ball, play it hard as you can. It will take you to college. He said basketball will open many doors for you. Make sure you go through each of them, right? Get everything you can from basketball. And he says, i.e., e.g., your bachelor's, your, so he said BS, your BA, and even your MS, right? So your bachelor's, your, what is it? No. Your associate's, your bachelor's, and then your doctorate, right? Get whatever you can from it, right? Or your master's, excuse me, your master's, right? So then he goes on to say, P.S. Spend as much time on the court as you can. It will pay off, right? This is Mr. Bradley, R. Bradley, Marine Park, Brooklyn, New York, stand up. I want to tell you about Mr. Bradley, and I'll tell you how this changed my life, how he changed my life. I was coming into Marine Park, 6th grade, and not knowing who I really was at the time, right? Not as the person that I ended up being. So I was defined. I say I was defined in middle school, right? 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. Started playing basketball, confidence, all that stuff came in middle school. But part of it was due to him. He told me, he said, listen, with your size, you can go to college either playing basketball or football. And he said, I want you to carry a football for a week and carry a basketball for a week. And you'll decide on what you want to play. Since I had a basketball at home, I carried it for a week. That first weekend, I don't even know if I made it through the week, but the weekend, I went to my great-grandmother's house. And we was shopping me and my mother went shopping to get her some stuff. A&P supermarket. Everybody back home in New York know A&P supermarket. And a man stopped me and he said, do you play basketball? And at the time I've played, here and there, church leagues and things like that, but I wasn't on anybody's AAU team. This was an AAU coach. And he said, hey, I want you to come try out for this AAU program. And I know nothing about AAU. My parents don't know about AAU. Or travel basketball, or city basketball. I just know church league. Come to find out, it's Riverside Baptist Church. Riverside is one of the biggest AAU or biggest programs in the country, not only New York, but in the country, right? I'm from Brooklyn. Riverside is in Harlem, Manhattan. It's one of the best programs you can play for. I go try out for the program, and I make the program, and my life changes. My trajectory changes from there, right? I never even carried a football. Never even picked it up, right? My life changed from Mr. Bradley telling me, pick up a basketball, pick up a football, you'll make a decision from there. Him seeing something in me, this is before the yearbook, all that stuff. Him seeing something in me to say, hey, you got something there. And it could be just because of my height. He was a taller ex-basketball player, played college ball and stuff also. It could be because of that. He maybe saw himself in me. But I want to say he was an angel. And God sent him to me to guide me and push me towards a direction that I didn't even see. Not to say that, he wouldn't have sent another one sometime other, if I didn't make the right decision. But this guy right here, Mr. Bradley, was an angel in my life. I say all that to say, God guides your life even when you don't know he's guiding it. It's been times where I don't know how doors open for me and God made a way. It's been times where I really did not know I didn't know how I made it home, but God got me home. God does things that you don't even know he's doing. He's working for you in the background, in the foreground, in front of you. It's so many times. I can tell you another story about basketball, but it all started with Mr. Bradley, right? My dad had me in church leagues with it, but it started with Mr. Bradley. That right there changed my life. I came down to Georgia. My cousin said, hey, we're going to go play basketball. I'm still in high school. And right now I don't know what school I want to go to college-wise, right? I had schools upstate New York, had schools in Texas, had a couple other options. I didn't want to go to any of those at the time. I come to Georgia. I go to a place called Run and Shoot. Never heard of it before. Everybody from Georgia, they know what Run and Shoot is. Never heard of it. 24-hour gym. I go to this gym and I'm in high school. I feel like I run through a wall. I'm dunking. I'm doing everything I could do, not knowing somebody's watching me. God had another angel there watching me. The guy said, what college you go to? I said, I'm not in college. He said, you already out? Then I'll show you a picture of how I look. So I look like I was already, older person, but nevertheless. I said, no, I'm in high school, senior year, whatever. He said, hey, man, I go to, I'm a coach at this school. I want you to come down to this school. Just send me your film and I'll let the head coach look at your film and stuff. You wouldn't believe I got a scholarship from just being in the right place at the right time. And I say being in the right place at the right time, but being where God had me placed at. It's amazing what God, how I look back on my life and now I can put things together, how God just touched certain things and moved certain things and opened certain doors. And he continues to do that today in my life. I'll tell you another story about current workforce stuff. But God continues to do things and open doors. I had this, I saw this quote, not this quote, but this signature, this passage in my yearbook, and I had to share it, right? This right here really changed my life, and I've been saying it for years, and it just hit home. I was like, man, this is who I am. And all was because this man saw something in me, or God saw something in him to put him as an angel in front of me to guide me. And another thing I found, right? I may post this picture of Mr. Bradley. I may post a couple pictures today. The other thing I found, Mr. Bradley was a computer teacher. What do I do today? IT. I loved being in Mr. Bradley class back then. He seemed like one of the smartest people in the school. One of the coolest for one, but one of the smartest also. I loved being in his computer class. And I said that's what I wanted to do. Not because of him at the time, but it was just so cool learning on computers. Hey, be that light for somebody. Be that vessel that God is going to let you open doors for people. Don't, as they say nowadays on all these social media, don't gatekeep. God wants us to help others. God wants us to mentor others. God wants us to open doors for others. The more you do for somebody else, the more he's going to do for you. This right here made my weekend. I was running through the house, jumping up and down, looking at this like I couldn't believe I found this, and couldn't believe that. First of all, I couldn't believe I've been saying it wrong all this time. And then when I looked at it, I couldn't believe that he wrote all of this in this yearbook, and it defined who I was, who I am today. I want to thank Mr. Bradley for opening my eyes, seeing something in me, and just being the great guy he was or is. And hey, it's your boy Cousin Ed. Continue to inspire, Continue to look and see what God has for you, what God wants of you. He's already set a path for you. We just got to follow that path. I love y'all. Have a great week. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Look on probably Instagram or TikTok for a picture of Mr. Bradley. And I probably post another sneak peek of my transformation that I found over the weekend. So I might post it here on the show notes, but I may post it on Instagram and on TikTok. All right. Love y'all. Have a great one. Peace. Thank you for listening to Cousin.